Hello idlers, this is your Colonel speaking, and ladies and gents, we have new events and we have a lot to cover tonight, so we're going to go fairly quickly, I hope. One viewer was saying that I go too slowly, so maybe we'll speed up a little bit tonight to please him and others that think I go too slow. But anyway, first of all, I've got to do this. There we go. Let's go to our mailbox and see what we have here. So we're going to get, during the event, log in every day to get heroic summon scroll times 3 and pumpkin pie times 100. Claim rewards in the attachment. So you're going to get, so it's heroic summoning this week, and you're going to get 3 heroic scrolls and 100 pumpkin pies every day for the next next 6 days, I guess. I have a little prize here to pick up, I guess. Let's get some hearts there. What do we got? Okay, the usual stuff. Sorry about that, we've got to do a little bit of business every now and then. Get our free basic summon there. Alright, so let's see, I guess we're going to go to the Thanksgiving Day event here. So first of all, so here you can spend your pumpkin pies, I guess. Let's see. On the occasion of Thanksgiving Day, Idle Continent is holding a grand feast to celebrate the annual harvest. During the event, consume pumpkin pie and roast turkey to exchange for rich rewards. Check details at the event interface. So here, I guess, is where you spend your pumpkin pies, and you can get all of this stuff. So I guess we start at the top here, and you can get 30 glorious relics and the brand new orange artifact here, the golden crown. That gives you attack, HP, and all damage reduce. That's not bad. And I assume that goes up to like what? It'd probably be 20% all damage reduce. I don't know. Anyway, I guess we can check it out, can't we? Let's check it out in our bag here. No, oh, there it is. Okay. Alright, so yeah, so maxed out, the golden crown gives you 18% attack, 25% HP, and 25% all damage reduce. So that's really, really nice. A really nice tanky artifact for your tanky units, I guess. So get them even more tanked up. So that's pretty cool, I guess. So obviously you're going to have to spend 1,500 pumpkin pies and 40 turkeys, and I don't know how we get turkeys yet, so we'll check that out momentarily. But for 5,000 pumpkin pies, you can get 10 glorious relics and the wildfire torch, which was the last big artifact, I believe, that came out. Precision HP and reduces damage over time. So that's also pretty nice. I guess. I don't know. I mean, obviously, damage over time. You know, you got upgraded Cthulhu now that does damage over time. You got Valkyrie. Who else does damage over time? I think Penny does a little bit. Anyway, yeah. So next up, you got for 15 turkeys here. You can get an Amonrock bee and 10 glorious relics. And then going down further, you can get for 1,000 pumpkin pies and 10 turkeys. You can get an aspen copy and 10 glorious relics. Then for straight up 1500 pumpkin pies, you can get a copy of Garuda, which is really nice. Garuda is a really good hero right now. So I guess if you do get 1500 pumpkin pies, you're going to have to decide if you want the Golden Crown or Garuda, I guess. And then for 1000, you can get yourself a copy of Penny. She's still really great, so obviously there's a new Fortress hero out now, and he may replace her, but this is still a nice place to pick up a Penny copy if you're still building her. And then for a single turkey, I guess this stuff here is just for spending your extra items once you've purchased some of these bigger ones up here. So for each turkey you can get 5 elite hero shards, and for 200 pumpkin pies you can get 10 regular 5-star hero shards. So, and then of course for a single pumpkin pie it's 50k gold. So I still don't know how you get turkeys. Let's see. Pumpkin pie is you get those in your mailbox and in campaign loot, and etc. etc. But I guess you can only get the roast turkeys in value packages. So I guess we'll check those out here momentarily. So Harvest Day special event has started. During the event, complete the assigned quests to get generous rewards sent via mail. So if you get 25-star heroes via Summon Circle, Creation Circle, or Shard Summons, and 30 4-star heroes via Summon Circle and Shard Summon, then you get an exclusive orange artifact, which is really nice. But again, this is only through Summoning Circle, Creation Circle, and Shard Summon. So basically, it's any combination of summoning, fusing heroes, and opening shards, hero shards. So that's pretty doable, even if you're not doing the summoning event. I think I'm going to skip the summoning event, but even if you're not doing the summoning event, you should be able to get all of those heroes. Now keep in mind, however, that the Heroic Miracle is probably coming up next week, and so if you do all of these this week, you may find yourself a little short next week for the Heroic Miracle, so keep that in mind. And then, let's see, if you do 100 Heroic Summons and 50 Wishing Fountain, 50 Wishing Coins, you can get a single elite hero shard there. And 30 fights in the Crystal Crown League, and obtaining the new Unimax 3000 Fortress hero will get you some skin shards here. 50 universal skin shards, which is 5 regular skins, 5 universal skins, and which of course you can use to fuse all 5 into a limited skin. So that's kind of nice. And then completing 10 5-star and above tavern quests, and obtaining and getting a 6-star Unimax 3000. So you need 2 copies of Unimax 3000 to get this one, and that's 666 gems, the number of the beast, of course, and 20 glorious relics. And then if you do 20 4-star and above tavern quests, you can get 10 heroic summons and 5 prophet orbs. And then disassembling 20 3-star heroes at the altar will get you a single universal skin. So that's pretty nice. And that's very simple to do. 23-star heroes sacrificed at the altar. That's not difficult at all. So a lot of these are doable. Obviously, the 6-star Unimax and the 5-star Unimax will be probably the most difficult things to do. Especially if you're not doing the summoning event, obviously, like I am. And then, these others, and obviously if you're not doing the summoning event, you're not going to do 100 heroic summons either. But, and then a lot of people just spent their wishing coins in the last event, of course, for the wishing fountain event. I do have 50 or so saved up, but I don't think I'm going to be using them for this. But anyway, I think I might try for this exclusive orange artifact, because that is a nice prize. It's obviously the best prize here. And these others are just sort of bonuses, I guess, if you do happen to complete these other events. These other quests, I should say. So here we go. So the Thanksgiving package. For $19.99 you can get 500 pumpkin pies, 30 heroic summons scrolls, 5 prophet orbs, and 1888 gems. And of course 1,000 VIP points as well. And then for the feast package, $49.99, you're going to get 1,000 pumpkin pies, 50 heroic summon scrolls, 2,500 gems, and what's her name? Garuda's new Thanksgiving skin here, Super Harvest. So there she is in her overalls and turkey get-up. That's a pretty weird one. I don't know if I like that very much, but it gives her attack plus 3%, HP plus 3%, and 3% damage reduce. And it says, "Ding, turkey's ready, steaming, juicy, and fresh. Hey, are you drooling?" Not so much. Anyway, that's kind of interesting. But anyway, there's Garuda's new skin. I guess that's her only skin, isn't it, at the moment? So there we go. So those are the Thanksgiving events, and I still don't know how you get turkeys. I guess it's through summoning, right? So we'll see here. It's got a cool events, and of course Grey Dwarf's Blessing is still going for another week here, and we discussed that last week. If you have any questions on this event, leave a comment in the comments section, and I will get back to you. Anyway, value packages. This is where you get your turkeys, it looks like, your roast turkeys. So we have, so in the 2 big packages you can get roast turkeys, heroic summon scrolls, and gems. And in the lower tiers here you can get pumpkin pies, heroic summoning scrolls, which will help you in the summoning event, and gems as well. So there you go. Those are your value packages, starting from $9.99 and going up to $99.99 as per usual. Now the hero lottery, if you do summon the big bad, what's his name again? Unimax 3000, I guess. If you summon him, we'll look at him in a moment. But if you summon him, you're going to get a full set of 3-star orange gear. And you can get him, that's if you get him through summoning, or get him somehow through shards or whatever. As long as you summon him and get him into your collection, then this counts. So, summon prizes, you're going to get, for 50 and 100, you're going to get pumpkin pie and heroic summoning scrolls and prophet orbs. And for 200 points you're getting those items, and in addition a Rosa copy. And then for 300 points you're going to get pumpkin pie, pumpkin pie and profit orbs and the hero replacement materials. Then at 400 points you get your free copy of Unimax 3000 and some pumpkin pies. And lastly, for 500, a full completion of 500 heroic summons, you're going to get 15 glorious relics in addition to your pumpkin pies. So for a full completion here, let's see, you can get you get 1100 pumpkin pies and 30 heroic scrolls and 15 profit orbs for a full completion, in addition to the glorious relics and the Unimax copy. So there you go. And of course you can do this, you can do 4 full completions total to get extra rewards. But of course, you know, it really only costs you, because you're getting 30 scrolls back once you complete these. So for a full completion it only really costs you 470 heroic scrolls. So that's kind of nice. And lastly, we have the hero exchange event. You can trade. You can go to your altar shop and get either an Amavor copy or a Faithblade copy for 6,000 each. And they, of course, are both the assassins of the light and dark factions, and they've both been upgraded recently. Amavor got his upgrade a couple of weeks ago, and Faithblade got his upgrade tonight, and we'll check that out momentarily. I think that's it for the events. So there you go. And so now let's check out Faithblade. And so he has a new look in addition to his new stats. So he looks pretty cool, I guess. I think he looks better than he did before, for sure. That's really nice. I like the new art. And basically his stats, his basic stats remain the same. And I did in, let's see. So for Blade Assault before, let's see, it deals 300% of attack damage against 2 random enemies, which is the same as it was before. But the enemy with the lowest HP takes priority. And is that how it was before? Yeah, that's not how it was before. So so he targets enemies with the lowest HP first, which is nice. So that's different. That's new. And then he deals an extra 108% of attack, armor ignoring damage, which is what he did before as well. And an extra 20% of the target's lost HP as damage. And that caps at 1500% of Faithblade's attack. So that's new, actually. The 20% additional damage, that's new. That's added on. So he does a little bit of extra damage, and then has a 100% chance to stun targets with HP no less than self for 2 rounds. So so that's still the same as well. I thought they'd changed that one, honestly, because it's kind of funny when you face a Faithblade boss, like in Flameshine, for example. He obviously has more HP than all of your heroes, so he never stuns anybody, you know, which is really weird. So that's just sort of an aside, I guess. But if you ever face in a Faithblade boss, he's probably not going to stun any of your team, so keep that in mind. But anyway, Ready for Reaping. Basic attack targets the enemy with the lowest HP, which it did before, but it does 200% of attack at armor ignoring damage. So before it just did 130% of attack damage, and it wasn't armor ignoring damage. So this is really nice. Is this armor ignoring damage? No, it's just the extra 100%, 108%, isn't it? So that was the same as that. So that was the same as before, but now his basic attack also does armor ignoring damage. So that's really nice. That gives him a good buff. Gives him some extra damage there. So next we have Blood Nourishing. So whenever a foe dies, he gains 100 energy immediately and increases 30% of holy damage for 3 rounds. And that's the same as it was before, so that hasn't changed. And lastly, Ultimate Faith gives him holy damage 70%, speed 60%, well, speed 60 I should say, crit 30%, and stun immunity. So that's the same as it was before as well. So basically he's just dealing a little more damage now, but he doesn't have any more armor or HP than he did before. So he's still a little bit brittle, I would say, but he does a little more damage now as all, with both of his active skill and his basic attacks. So there you go. There's the upgraded Faithblade. I still don't think he's the greatest out there, but he's better, I guess, a little bit. And of course he looks cooler, of course. So now let's go ahead and check out Unimax, I guess. Where are you, Unimax? So here's the new big robot warrior here. So move over. What is it? This guy here. Yeah, ODO1. Move over, ODO1, because there's a new big bad robot in town. Of course, this guy's a warrior, and let's see what he's got. So I hear he's pretty tanky. So with his active skill, Iron Whirlwind, he attacks backline enemies for two times each. Is that right? Yeah, 2 times each time, dealing 420% of attack damage. That's a lot of attack damage, with a 50% chance to taunt the target for 2 rounds. Increases self 20% of all damage. He gets 20% all damage reduced for 2 rounds as well. And when he taunts a hero, all skills of the taunted heroes will compulsively target the taunt effect inflictor. So basically he taunts the enemy. He has a 50% chance to taunt the enemy for 2 rounds, and they basically have to attack him after that for those 2 rounds. So basically he's going to taunt, he has a chance to taunt all backline enemies, and then he basically soaks all of their attacks. And of course he's going to have damage reduced for 2 rounds as well, so that helps him survive all of the attacks that are going to be coming his way. And then he has armor plus 30%, HP plus 40%, attack plus 25%, control immune 30%, and plus 50 energy. So that's kind of nice too. So he starts out with 50 energy, and so he might be able to get his active skill on round 1, which would be really nice, to start taunting those enemies and such. But let's see. So what is his? I guess control immunity is 30%, just normally. And then for frenzied taunt, so each basic attack restores HP for 2 rounds. And again, a lot of the recent heroes can have some sort of heal, self heal, and so he heals himself for 150% of attack as HP for 2 rounds with each basic attack. And then when taking damage, he steals the attacker, steals 20% of the attacker's attack for 2 rounds and has a 30% chance to taunt the target for another 2 rounds. So that just sort of keeps the enemies taunted, I guess, and as long as they're hitting him, then he's stealing their attack as well. So that's pretty crazy. So basically, he taunts targets and they all attack him, and he has damage reduce, but also steals their attack and then just hits them with it again when it's his turn to attack again. So that's really nice. And lastly, energy overload. So when a round ends, he gains 3 times of healing effect, each time restoring 120% of attack as HP. So that's every round he heals, and that's really nice because he's got to soak up all that damage from the enemies. And then at round 4, dispels all control effects on self. That's nice. Increases 50% of crit damage and gains rampage effect. So skills or basic attack is guaranteed to crit and won't be blocked. That's crazy. Oh my goodness. So basically, he taunts the enemies, they all attack him, he heals in the meantime, and and steals their attack as well. So he builds up his attack while he's being attacked, and then he goes on rampage here, and basically just crits and can't be blocked. So that's pretty ridiculous. So a very nice unit, obviously. He's going to be a huge tank, as well as dishing out a lot of damage back when it's his turn to attack. And of course his heal effects keep him alive while he's taking all that damage. His heal and his damage reduce. So, a really nice unit here. Unimax 3000. There you go. And I don't know if I'm ready to give up my penny for him yet, but he's definitely a nice replacement for her. And of course, if you want to run a penny and a Unimax, I guess you could do like a redemption or something like that. So there you go. So those are all your Thanksgiving Day events and your cool events for this time around, your weekly events, and your new Faithblade and new Fortress Hero Unimax 3000. So anyway, everybody, I hope you enjoyed that, and if you did, please leave a like, maybe subscribe to the channel, and I will see you all next time in the next video. Remember, as always, that karma can be a real bitch, but you gotta love her, don't you? Anyway, everybody, this is your Keno signing off, and I will see you all later.